Hello, this is a beginner's guide for installing Absolute HD mod for Doom 3 game. This video is made for beginners, for people who, for example, played console games or only modern games and for some reason decided to install Doom 3 on Steam and decided to install some mods, perhaps inspired by some YouTubers. Doom 3 is not a user-friendly game, so I will show you how to install this exact Absolute HD mod step by step. I will do all the necessary steps from downloading to run the mod on this video, and then I'll make some more advanced tips. It's very easy when you get used to it, but first time making your mod run on Doom 3 may be a little bit confusing, and you may face some mistakes which would failure the run of the mod. So you need to do 7 steps. My native language is Russian, but for this video I've made a video about installation of this mod in Russian, but this video is for English speaking viewers, so I switched the language of my system and the language of my Steam to English, so you can see and understand all what am I doing. So once you run Steam, there is your game. You need to go to local files of your game. They will open. They look like this. Then you need to create, this is your game directory, game files. It may be C, program files, Steam library, Steam apps, command, Doom 3, or like in my case I put it on another disk, F, Steam library, Steam apps, command, Doom 3, doesn't matter. This is how you open your game files. Here you have to create a new folder and call it Absolute HD. I'm talking about Reimagined version, so let's call it Reimagined. You may call it anything you want, you just need a new folder. What do you need to put in your folder? Here. First of all, you need to put 3 files. I'll prepare these 3 files in my VK group here. There they are. If you will put this link, it will be in the description. All the links will be in the description. In some in this browser, for example, you can see that you can access these files and download these files even without having to sign in the VK social media. You may subscribe, sign in VK and join my group if you're interested in, but it's not necessary. So you download this file. It's download. Open it, and you see 3 files: autoexec.kfg, config.spec, doomconfig.kfg. You need to put all 3 of these files here in your Absolute HD 1.7 Reimagined folder, which you just created. Second step, you need to copy files game 01, game02, and all pk4 files from base folder. All these files, .pk4 files, into your new folder. Which you just created. These are the base files of the game. Okay, now you have made the basic preparations for your mod to run. Now you should download the mod itself. Here you have to go to Files, Absolute HD 1.7 Reimagined, and click Download. The file starts downloading. I already have this file, but I will re-download it. So it will be called Doom 3 HD 17 Reimagined Full. In my case it will be 1, but no problem. It starts downloading. It's a bit big, 2.1 gigabytes, but internet is good today, so it will be downloaded fast. Okay, once you downloaded the file, you open it. And open this folder. Now, here. From this file, you should copy. You should rename game00. You should copy these 5 files and GLPOX and copy them to this folder. Okay, now after you copied, you should delete file game00.pk4. Go once again here, pick this file and copy it here. Now you should rename it from game00 to game99 here. Then just a moment. You need to delete test.vfp from glpox folder because it makes mistakes. Next, because you should copy this game00.pk4 into absolute SD 2.7 Reimagined folder. Now, the last step, you should rename all AHD pack files, adding letter Z in front. This way, they will be the last in alphabetical order. This is important because the Doom 3 engine reads files in alphabetical order, so the last files read will be those files which will be presented in the actual game. So your mod is ready. Then you just go to Steam, press play, your game loads, then go to mods, choose Absolute HD 1.7 Reimagined, press load mod, and here is your Absolute HD. It runs by my config file using most default resolution for many gamers. It's Full HD 1920 on 1080. Now you can play the game or make some changes, for example, to sync mode options. It will work well. Let me show you. Start the game. Skip the cutscene, and here we have Absolute HD, like it is.
Welcome to Mars. All new arrivals need to check in reception.
We have the light mounted to shoulder binded to G key, adrenaline use binded to H key, and night visor binded to T key by default. So here's your game. Works quite well. With high textures, shading and so on. Now, let's speak about some more advanced tips. First of all, resolution. The problem of Doom 3 game is that it's very user unfriendly. So to adjust most important options, you have to go editing these files. These files can be edited through Notepad. What can you edit through here? Why there's no resolution? First of all, okay, never mind. You can edit your resolution. It should be not exact, but somehow it's not here. So you can find these parameters in doomconfig.kfg. So your resolution is located near the command seta r custom width and height. So if you have another resolution, for example 2K, you should print here 2K resolution and say save. Oh no, that's not correct. So then there's another way. You can find these settings, you can copy them close Doom config and edit auto exec. So here you press, and here you can edit them, for example 2K. I'm sorry, forgot about this. What else can you edit? You can put any other resolution depending on your monitor. Let it stay default at this time. Next, here is the basic commands that make this mod run. Save. Oh, I'm sorry, this is not my file. This is the zip file. You can just the same made a mistake. You should go to manage, browse local files, go to your files. Here's my auto exec. Yes, here it is. It was not correct. I'm sorry. Here you can change the resolution. For example, for 2K, as you wish. It depends on your exact monitor. Sorry for this. But next, you can change the number of multi-samples. This mod is very GPU heavy, so if you have some problems with running this mod, you should put 0 here. It will work just fine, but 2 is good. Next, if you have more than 2 speakers, for example, you have a 2.1 audio system, or even bigger like surround system, you can put any kind of speakers here as you like. 3, 5, 7, 6, it depends on your audio system. It's 2 by default. And the most important command is com video RAM. If it pick task manager here, I have a 3060 Ti GPU. It has 8 GB of dedicated GPU memory and 16 GB of shared GPU memory for my DRAM. So all in all, 24 GB of video memory. This number of 8 is default. So the recommended GPU for running Absolute HD mode on these settings is NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1050 Ti. So if you have NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1050 Ti and, for example, one stick of 8 GB of RAM, it will be enough for you. But I put all of existing video memory here so that Doom 3 can use all the video memory if he needs to. I repeat that this mod is very GPU intensive. So it's the best way is to put all video memory here. If you don't put all the video memory here and you will run out of memory during this mod, the game will crash. Now let's speak about some more advanced things. Let's speak about this particular command, config stick. I'm recording now on Full HD resolution by default, but my monitor is 4K 144 Hz resolution in full. So Doom 3 has a FPS lock system. The maximum FPS for this game is 63. You may not even care about it, but there can be a problem. On some monitors you can face the issue with unsynchronized image. So to avoid the problem of unsynchronized image, you can put here in set a config stick 1 instead of 0. But when you put here 1 instead of 0, your game speed and frames per second synchronizes. So if your monitor is too fast, for example like mine 144 Hz, or too slow 60 Hz, and you turned the command config sting on, you will face some big bugs. There are two ways to avoid this. First is to manual, if you have a monitor with more than 63 megahertz, so it runs faster than 63 frames per second, you can lock FPS to 63 like I did it. So max frame rate for Doom 3 is 63 FPS. The other solution is to make a custom resolution here with 63 frames per second. You can make this resolution on any monitor, even with 60 Hz, but it will work. Doom 3 have quite significant input lag. If you play with using custom resolution, the input lag will be about 30 milliseconds. It's quite heavy. You will feel like your character is heavy. So the more preferable option is to use locking FPS in here in NVIDIA settings. But locking FPS won't work on 60 Hz monitors. If you have you may not even face this problem on some PCs. So if you don't see something unsynchronized on your PC, then just don't turn this command on. By the way, this command doesn't work in multiplayer, so you should care about this command only if you do face some serious problems with unsynchronized frames and you want to solve it. That's it. So I hope Absolute SD will be your first mod. I repeat that this guide is only for beginners. Advanced mod users for Doom 3 know this by themselves and will create their files by themselves. If you have any questions or need my help, you may write your comments here in YouTube or contact me here in my VK group, and I'll provide any help about this guide or installation of Absolute HD 1.7 Reimagined. If you will understand the basic principle, the basic idea of how does this software work, you may install any other mods that you like. I came to the idea of making this video because here is another YouTuber, Hell Baron, and he made a video about another graphical mod which is called Doom 3 Essential HD Pack. Just a moment, I will find this video. I will put the link on his channel in the description also, to where is it? Just a moment. Oh, here. So here is the video, and in the comments the Hellbound refuses to make a short video on installation because he says it's easy. In fact, everything that is shown in this video is really easy, but when I first tried to install my mods, I also faced all these problems that people in the comments are talking about. So I make this video to help you to get your first mod running. That's it.